love just can't be found. Even though at times the crazy world turning upside down, you'll always belong to me. But there's so many times I can't forget, and that's so real. These feelings are so hard to find.
Broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now, without further delay, we're going to take you to the field where Tim Parrish is going to bring you the pregame show and the play-by-play. Enjoy the game and go Lumberjacks!
And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Marzulli Field at St. Mary's City Park as your St. Mary's Lumberjack boys get set to host the Timberlake Tigers in a non-league matchup here this afternoon. And it's gorgeous weather here. A few clouds floating around, but otherwise a sunny day with a light breeze and about, I'd say, right around 60 degrees or so, maybe a little bit warmer. But once again, a nice day for some baseball action. The Lumberjacks have been able to get a few games in. Hopefully they can get a few more in before the weather turns. Weather is supposed to change a little bit later on this week and supposed to get wet again. So we'll see if we can get some more games in. The boys are set also to host Potlatch, I believe it is, tomorrow. So we'll see if those games get in and the weather holds out for those as well. But we are here getting ready for our pregame here on KOFE 1240. Also, don't forget about our Sideline HD video stream on our YouTube channel. The link is shared over to our Facebook page right now, so you can find that there and get video as well as our play-by-play. So lots of things going on. Lumberjack.
The same goes for monthly checking account fees. P1FCU's Ascend Checking is free. Plus, it has all sorts of free benefits, like remote deposit, credit score monitoring, and more. Meanwhile, some people are paying as much as $12 a month for their checking. Some things should just be free. Open your P1FCU Ascend Checking today at p1fcu.org/free. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. The Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you ready to turn your dream space into a reality? Look no further than Construction Solutions, your trusted partner in residential and commercial construction. From concept to completion, we've got you covered. At Construction Solutions, we specialize in site development with top-notch excavation services, ensuring a solid foundation for your project. Our experienced team is dedicated to delivering quality craftsmanship and exceeding your expectations. Opportunity awaits with Construction Solutions. Whether it's your dream home or a thriving business space, we're here to make it happen. Call us now at 208-582-3305 and let's build your future together. Construction Solutions, where excellence meets opportunity. Visit our website at constructionbylozano.com. That's constructionbylozano.com.
We are back here at Marzulli Field at St. Mary City Park as the Lumberjacks getting ready to take on the Timberlake Tigers. This is a doubleheader this afternoon. The JV team is in Timberlake today. Taking a look at the Central over in Lewiston, and they will be hosting Bonner's Ferry this Friday. The Orofino Maniacs are 0-0 in league play, but 6-0 overall. They beat Northwest Christian 10-2 on the 16th. They'll be hosting Clarkston, Washington on Friday, or on the 21st on Thursday, and then they will be at St. Mary's on April the 3rd. The Lumberjacks 0-1 in league play, 3-1 overall. Lost to Grangeville last night, 10-0 down in Lewiston. And the Lumberjacks will be hosting Potlatch on Wednesday and supposed to host Priest River on Friday. We'll see what the weather holds and if those games are able to take place. The Kellogg Wildcats 0-2 overall. They have not played a league game yet. They lost to Northwest Christian 25-0 on the 16th. They will be at Clarkston on the 21st. And Priest River 0-2 in league, 0-2 overall. Lost to Grangeville 20-1 and 22-0 on the 16th. They will be 21st. That's a look at the Central Idaho League standings. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more after this.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at Marzulli Fields here in St. Mary's as the Lumberjacks getting ready to take on the Timberlake Tigers. Taking a look at the previous game, St. Mary's played Grangeville in Lewiston last night. They lost that game 10-0. The Lumberjacks could not get a beat on Sam Lindsley on the mound as he threw a no-hitter against St. Mary's. He struck out 11 batters, walked one, and hit one batter. Grangeville batted .448 against the Lumberjacks. They scored 10 runs on 13 hits with 8 RBIs and 2 doubles, and they had a perfect fielding percentage with no errors last night. St. Mary's had 16 plate appearances with 14 at-bats with no hits. Fielding for St. Mary's was .933. The stats on Max Prep said they had 1 error. The ERA was 15 for the Lumberjacks with 14 with 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter for the Lumberjack pitchers. Brock Anderson pitched that game. He had an ERA of 12 with 4.2 innings pitched, 13 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts for him. He faced 29 batters. Landon Holmes came in and pitched a little bit. He had 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts, and faced 3 batters against Grangeville last night. As we are running short on time for the pregame, I will take a quick break, and we'll be back and take a quick look. We'll see what if we have enough time to look at the season numbers so far and then the Timberlake Tigers information.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back. Take a quick look at the Lumberjack season stats. They're batting .353 as a team. They have 34 runs on 36 hits with 20 RBIs, 10 doubles, 1 triple. They have struck out 27 times and been left on base 60 times. Leading batter for the Lumberjacks as far as his average is Gabe Long. The freshman was 750 is his average. Milo Marsh leads in stolen bases with 7. Riley Abel and Gabe Long are tied for hits with 6. Brock Anderson and Landon Holmes are tied for RBIs with 4. Gabe Long leads the team in triples with 1, and Wyatt Holmes leads the team with 2 doubles. The best ERA on the team is Gabe Long with 1.91. Strikeouts, Brock Anderson has 9 on the season. Wyatt Holmes has 8. Taking a look at the Timberlake Tigers, they are the 3A Intermountain League Conference. They have a record of 2-3-1. Their head coach is Bryce Johnson. They played in the Bill Betts tournament in Fruitland, Idaho a little while back, and they went 2-1-1. I think they lost the championship game to Fruitland 5-4. And at one point, one of the games they tied with New Plymouth 6-6. The Tigers on the season have a .131 batting average, 19 runs on 18 hits, 19 RBIs, 4 doubles, 62 strikeouts, 27 walks. Cooper Lenz is their best batter on the season so far with a .294 average, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 RBI for him. Fielding percentage, .911 for the Tigers. They have 12 errors, 1 double play. As a team, their ERA is 3.97. They're taking a look at the Lumberjacks defensively for this game. On the mound is Wyatt Holmes. It'll be Gabe Long behind home plate. Jackson Nantel at first base. Brock Anderson at second. Riley Abel at third. Landon Holmes at short. Trey Gibson in left. Milo Marsh in center. And Cody Teft in right field. Batting order for the Tigers, the top 3 batters to get things started off with will be Cooper Lenz, James Moore, and Grant Alloway. Just mentioned Cooper Lenz, his batting percentage is .294 on the season. He'll step up now, and we will be ready for the first pitch from Wyatt Holmes as we get things set. Lynn steps into the batter's box. Just about ready for that first pitch, and let's see here. Wyatt at the pitch on the way. That is going to be hit out into right field. It'll be caught by Cody Teft for the first out on the little line drive out. Medium hit ball out into right field, right to Cody Teft, able to get to it, make the catch. That'll bring up James Moore, the center fielder for the Tigers. James Moore batting .111 on the season. He has 7 runs on 2 hits, 1 double. On deck is Grant Alloway, the third baseman for the Tigers. Holmes gets his signal set. The pitch on the way. Gonna leave that one a little low. Ball one. Holmes sets up on the rubber now. The pitch on the way. That's going to be a high fly ball hit out into left, way out there. And that is going to be a home run for the Tigers. That is James Moore putting that one over the fence in deep left. And the Tigers on the board with a second at bat home run. Nice hit. That'll bring up Grant Alloway. 1 out, 1 run across for the Tigers. Grant Alloway batting 188 on the year. That pitch must have been a little high. Looked pretty good, but ball one. It was right over the top of the plate. 1-0 count to Alloway. On deck is Pecor. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to look like a curveball. Catches that outside corner. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alloway. Once again, nobody on for the Tigers. 1 out. They did just hit a home run, though. So they've got 1 run. That pitch right across the middle, swing and a miss. Maybe on a fastball. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alloway. 1-2 pitch on the way. And let that one get away from him a little bit down low in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Two count. Pitch on the way. Line drive just over the glove of Brock Anderson. That'll be into right field for a base hit. Alloway's going to try to make it over to second, and he'll be able to do so, so we'll call it a double. So a runner at second for the Tigers with 1 down brings up Ethan Pecor for Timberlake. Pecor Jr. batting 182 on the early season. 1 run across for Timberlake on the home run. 1 out. Runner at second base. Pitch on the way. Ground ball down to the third baseman. That gets popped up, booted kind of awkwardly. They're going to see if they can score another run. The throw in is going to be in well in time, and they will get the out at home. Nice throw by, I believe it was Holmes. So that runner now at second. First pitch to Riker Brennan is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 outs for the Tigers. 1 run across on the home run. 0-1 count to Brennan. Got a piece of that. I'm not sure it's a strike either way. Not sure if you got a piece of it or if it was a straight up strike, but it's a 0-2 count to Brennan. Riker Brennan, the shortstop, 231 on the season. I think he's the second leading batter as far as batting percentage for the Tigers. Lumberjacks, nice move by Wyatt Holmes. They're going to get the pick off, or the pickle over here by Pecor, and they're going to get him. Nice job by St. Mary's and by Wyatt Holmes on that way he delivered that pitch over to, or that throw to second base. So let's see here. Tagged out. You can call it pickoff. And that will retire the sides. The Tigers do come up with 1 run on a home run, 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base after the top of the first inning. St. Mary's trails 1-0 to the Tigers. And the top of the order for St. Mary's will be Brock Anderson, Trey Gibson, and Landon Holmes, the leadoff batters, when we return after a break.
Tired of wasting your money on credit card processing fees? Call Flat Creek Payments. We will help you reduce or eliminate your credit card processing fees. Take a moment to review those fees you paid last month. You know, the ones that slipped through the cracks. Now imagine having all that money back in your pocket. Sounds awesome, right? Let Flat Creek Payments make that dream a reality. Call Flat Creek Payments today, 208-695-1056. That's 208-695-1056. Flat Creek Payments.
And we are back. Take a quick look at the outfield for the Tigers. On the mound will be Cooper Linz. Behind home plate, Nate Beardsall. Ethan Pecor over at first. Carson, let me see, I got stuff in the way there. Is that Carson Huston at second base? It'll be Grant Alloway at third, Riker Brennan at short. Left field is Tanner Van Tassel. Center is James Moore. Right is Jeremy Holbert. See if I can find those pitching numbers for Cooper Linz. He has an earned run average of 9.0, 3 appearances on the season. 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He's faced 16 batters. Brock Anderson leading off for the Lumberjacks. Brock Anderson batting .200 on the early part of the season. Senior. First pitch going to be a called strike. Pitch on the way. That one's a little high. Ball 1. Don't know if it was intentionally up high or not. Might have been trying to get him to chase one since he's got to protect now, being down 1-2 in the count. Next pitch from Anderson on the way. Nice curveball by Cooper Linz. That thing looked like it was coming across high, and right at the end it tailed off and across the plate. Strike 3 froze Anderson. That was a nice-looking pitch by Cooper Linz. Trey Gibson to the plate for the Lumberjacks. 154 is his batting average on the early part of the season. 2 runs on 2 hits. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. On deck is Landon Holmes. In the hole is Wyatt Holmes. Next pitch on the way. That one misses low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gibson. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be popped up on the infield, just on the outside edge of the infield, and it'll be called for and caught by Carson Huston for out number 2 on the fly out. 2 up and 2 down for St. Mary's. Landon Holmes now steps to the plate. Landon, a junior. Trying to find my stats here for Landon. There he is. 308 is his average on the season. First pitch going to be a chopping ground ball over the glove of the first base of the pitcher. The second baseman there to clean it up, and he gets the throw just in time to first, and that'll be 3 up and 3 down for the Lumberjacks. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for St. Mary's. 1 complete. St. Mary's trails 1-0 to the Tigers. When we return, it'll be Riker Brennan at the plate for Timberlake.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Sun Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Sun Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
And we are back. It'll be Riker Brennan, the shortstop, batting for the Tigers. Riker, a freshman, batting .231 on the season. First pitch is a high popped-up ball, and it's going to end up... It's fair. That ball just landed in play. And, I mean, I'm not going to call it an error. Nobody really touched it. Yeah, I think they thought that was going to drift foul. Well, actually, I just think there was a little bit of confusion on who was going to go after that for St. Mary's. And that just landed fair, just about 10 feet from home plate, just a couple inches inside the chalk line. Pickoff attempt over to first base, not in time. Nate Beardsall at the plate. That one fouled back for strike one. Nate is the catcher for the Tigers. He's a freshman. His batting average .062. So 0-1 count to Beardsall. Van Tassel on deck for the Tigers. That one's going to lay down the bunt. Going to throw the first, is in time for a little sacrifice there to advance the batter. So we got the sacrifice bunt to advance Brennan over to second. That'll bring up Tanner Van Tassel with one out. Van Tassel, a sophomore. First swing is going to be a miss for strike one. His batting average is 0. 6 plate appearances, 6 at bats. 4 strikeouts for him. 0-1 pitch on the way. Another swing to miss. Strike 2 to Van Tassel. On deck in the number 8 slot is Jeremy Holbert for the Tigers. 0-2 pitch. Outside corner on the curve. Strike 3, and going to catch him looking. 2 outs for the Tigers. Brings up Jeremy Holbert. Holbert, the right fielder. Holbert, a junior, batting .200 on the season. 5 at bats, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 double. Three strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch. St. Mary's tries that pickoff attempt over to second. They don't get it there in time. First pitch to Holbert over the plate for strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Next pitch on the way. Nice look. Looks maybe that curveball again. 0-2 count to Holbert. Next pitch on the way. Is going to ring him up on another called strike 3. Going to get him looking, and that'll retire the sides. There's no runs, no hits, or 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Bottom of the second inning, the Tigers lead 1-0, and it'll be Wyatt Holmes leading off when we return.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
And we are back. Wyatt Holmes will be stepping to the plate for the Lumberjacks. The senior batting .571 on the season. 7 at-bats, 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 doubles as well. Holmes has only struck out once, walked 4 times. So early season starting off good for him. First pitch from Cooper Lenz, outside corner, strike 1. Looked like a little bit of movement on that pitch. 0-1 count to Holmes. Holmes has 21 pitches in his 2 innings. Cooper Lenz at 9 pitches. Next pitch, that one's going to be hit by pitch. And that'll send Wyatt down to first base. Brings up the freshman Gabe Long, who's having a pretty good start to his high school career. Gabe batting .750 on the season. 3 runs on 6 hits. Got the umpire doing something out there. Home plate. He has his pin, his pad out. I'm not sure exactly. Writing something down. Now he steps in. This year, Lumberjacks have a home and away jersey, so they got gray home jerseys with white, or not with white, with some green and gold accents, green gold numbers. Going to be a ground ball, gets through center field for a base hit for Gabe. Hard hit grounder right up the middle, right back at the pitcher. Runners at first and second for the Lumberjacks. A tying run represented over at second by Wyatt Holmes. No outs brings up the senior Jackson Nantel. Jackson, let's see here, batting .300 on the season. 3 RBIs on the year. Lynn's checking second base. Now he's going to... Oh, they're going to maybe get the out here. Oh, they do. We did have a courtesy runner. I believe that was number... I think that was Doler. He'll get tagged out, caught stealing, picked off, going over to third. And Gabe made it over to second base on the throw, and Jackson Nantel's first pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1. So 1 out, runner at second for the Lumberjacks. Next pitch on the way. Outside corner, strike 2.
Jackson.
0-2 count to Nantel. Lynn steps off the bag, chases Long back over to the bag on second. Now he looks back in. Lynn's checks second base again. The pitch on the way, a swing. That is hit out into right field. That might get into the gap. It will drop. It's going to be a base hit. Nantel will be held up at first, and it'll advance Long over to third, as Long had to wait to make sure that wasn't going to actually get into play before he could leave the bag. So runners at the corners for the Lumberjacks with 1 out, and a player is down out there for Timberlake. Jeremy Holbert, the right fielder. Looks like he's holding on to that ankle a little bit, so we're going to take a quick break. Riley Abel steps to the plate for St. Mary's. We'll be back.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
And we are back. The right fielder, Jeremy Holbert, is up. Looks like he's walking it off. Looks to be okay, thankfully. Just about ready to get things rolling here again. His coach is still out there, though, making sure he's good to go. Once again, the Tigers, 1 run on a home run in the first inning. St. Mary's has runners at the corners with 1 out, looking to put somebody across to tie things up. And it is Riley Abel, the senior, stepping to the plate for St. Mary's, batting .500 on the season. 5 runs on 6 hits with 1 RBI. Everybody is ready to go. Runners take their leads. Linz checks the bases. Now set. The pitch on the way. That looked good, but a little high. Ball 1. 1-0 count to Abel. Nope. Now we're going to get quick time called there, looked like. Abel back into the box. Ready to go again. 1-0 pitch from Linz on the way. Nice looking pitch. Going to get him strike 1. Outside corner. Right about the knees, maybe a little bit above. 1 ball, 1 strike to Abel. On deck is Teft. In the hole is Marsh for the Lumberjacks. 1-1 pitch. Nope. They're going to fake a throw over to first. Jackson Nantel dives back to the bag. Now he resets. The 1-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be a strike. And a stolen base for the Lumberjacks. Beardsall got up, acted like he was going to throw it over to third. 1-2 count. That's just outside, maybe a tad bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Abel. Next pitch on the way. That one misses outside wide. Ball 3. Runs the count full. 3-2 to Riley. Linz looks in. Gets his signal set. The pitch on the way. That's going to be fouled off. That one might have ended up in the swimming pool. Count remains 3-2 to Riley Abel. 3-2 pitch on the way. High and outside, just a little bit. Ball 4 loads the bases. 1 down. Brings up Cody Teft for the Lumberjacks. Cody, a junior, batting .333 on the year. 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 RBI. First pitch poked out right to the shortstop for the easy out. Just a little light pop fly. Couldn't quite get a good piece of that one. Everybody held up. Bases remain loaded. 2 outs now. Milo Marsh steps to the plate. Milo, a senior. Milo batting .333 on the year. Five runs on 3 hits, 2 RBIs, 1 double. I didn't see what that first pitch was. The second pitch is a strike for sure. So it might be a 0-2 count. Next pitch from Linz on the way. Going to get a little ground ball right back to the pitcher, and we're going to get an error there on the pitcher as he tries to throw it home. And he throws it wide of the bag, and 2 runs come across for St. Mary's. Riley Abel now sits at third. And Marsh on second. 2 runs across for St. Mary's off of the air. Cooper just kind of threw that a little bit wide of his catcher. That'll bring up Brock Anderson back at the top of the order. 2 outs, runners at second and third. That pitch just misses for ball 1. That pitch right there has to be really close to that strike zone. 1-0 count to Anderson. Anderson 0 for 1, struck out looking his first at bat. Big swing at that one right under it, though. 1 ball, 1 strike to Anderson. One count, pitch on the way. Oh, another big swing, another right, I think just under it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brock Anderson. One, 2 count, pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. The shortstop's glove, and coming around to score is Abel and Marsh, and that's going to be an error on Riker Brennan. I'm going to call it an error. That was pretty hard hits, so it could probably be called either way. And 2 more runs will score. And it puts Anderson on first base for the Lumberjacks. So 4 runs across here in the bottom of the second for St. Mary's. That pitch is outside on Trey Gibson. Ball 1. Now that last one could probably go either way. If I take it away, it makes it a positive stat for St. Mary's and with the hit, but I've already put it in as an error, and my stats don't matter as much. They're going to have the throw down to second on the stolen base. Not going to be there in time. Brock slides in head first. Got a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gibson with 2 outs. Runner at second for the Lumberjacks. That's Anderson. Lenz takes a look back there. That pitch is going to be fouled back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gibson. One-two pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Trey. Two pitch on the way. Fouled back once again. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gibson. On deck is Landon Holmes if Trey gets on base. Little 2-out rally going here for the Lumberjacks. They've scored 4 runs. That pitch gets away from him. Ends up behind Gibson for ball 3. Runs the count full. 3-2 count to Gibson. Lenz gets his signals from Beardsaw. 3-2 pitch on the way. That looks like a strike. No, they're going to say ball 4. That one was really close. I'm not sure where it missed. Brings up Landon Holmes with runners at first and second. On deck for St. Mary's is Wyatt Holmes. Landon grounded out his first at bat. Lynn steps off, chases Anderson back to the bag. Looks back into Beardsaw, gets his signal set. Chakes looks to second base. The pitch on the way. That's going to be a called strike outside corner. Oh, 1 count to Landon. That pitch is going to be popped up. Drifting back and making the catch for the final out is Carson Huston on the fly out. Lumberjacks do plate 4 runs, though. 4 runs on 2 hits, also 2 errors and 2 left on base. So the Lumberjacks lead the Tigers 4-1 going into the top of the 3rd. And the bottom of the order, Carson Huston will be leading off for the Tigers when we return.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Idaho at highschoolofficials.com.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back, top of the third inning. St. Mary's leads 4-1 over the Tigers. Carson Huston batting that number 9 slot for Timberlake. Then it'll be back to the top of the order with Cooper Linz on deck for the Tigers. Wyatt Holmes on the mound for the Lumberjacks. 21 pitches for Holmes through 2 innings. 3 balls, 18 strikes. First pitch to Huston. Leave that one down low for ball 1. Holmes has a little bit of a shoulder issue going back to last year. That next one's going to be fouled down the first baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holmes works through it, though, but you know that shoulder still bothers him a little bit. You can see him out there working it between just about every pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Huston. Next pitch on the way. Nice looking pitch. Strike 2 called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. I think that's the 3rd strikeout for Wyatt. Back to the top of the order. Cooper Linz hit a line drive for an out to Cody Teft in right field in his first at bat. On deck will be James Moore. He hit that home run in the first inning. So Holmes sets up on the rubber, gets his feet set, looks into the long, gets his signals. Now the pitch on the way. Going to leave that one down low for ball 1. One 0 count to Linz. Next pitch on the way. That's going to catch that corner of the plate on the outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 count. Again, Wyatt takes a little bit of time getting himself set up on the rubber. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be wide. Ball 2. Lost a little bit of control of that curveball, I think, if that was what it was. 2-1 count now to Linz. Two-1 pitch on the way. Line drive drifts foul for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I talked to Wyatt just at the end of basketball season. He felt like he would maybe not be starting games pitching, that he'd be kind of a relief closing pitcher, but he's already started a couple. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one misses just off the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Cooper Linz. Holmes sets up. Pitch on the way. Leaves it just down low for ball 4. 1 out, runner on first for the Tigers. Brings up James Moore. Hit that home run out to left field in his first at bat. First pitch. Going to catch that outside corner again. Strike 1. Both pitchers kind of like that outside corner so far. 0-1 count to Moore. Runner on first, 1 out for the Tigers. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Throw out to first. Second is not going to be in time. Get the stolen base for Cooper Lenz. 0-2 count to James Moore. Pitch on the way. That ball is popped up high. Who's calling for it? Brock Anderson makes the call and the catch from his spot at second base. And have 2 outs. Runner still at second for the Tigers. That's Cooper Lenz. Grant Alloway doubled his first at bat. That was into right field. Down low on that first pitch. Ball 1. Going to get a throw down to second on the the third on the stolen base. So Lenz gets another stolen base as he steals over to third base. 1-0 count to Alloway. 2 outs, runner at third. Next pitch on the way. That one was inside, ball 2. One of the first pitch. I haven't seen too many pitches go inside. 2-1 count now to Alloway. On deck for the Tigers is Pecor, the first baseman. The umpire is talking to Alloway about something there. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way from Holmes. Going to be, I thought that was a little bit low. So did Alloway, but it's going to be a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch on the way. That is fouled back. Strike 2. 2-2 count now to Alloway. Holmes working on 39 pitches now. Holmes, the stretch, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base for the Tigers. And the Lumberjacks still lead 4-1 going into the bottom of the third. It'll be Wyatt Holmes at the plate when we return.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette-Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette-Record, pick up a copy today.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Cooper Lenz continues on the mound for the Tigers. He has a total of 38 pitches, 26 strikes, and 12 balls thrown in through the first 3 innings. Or first 2.5 innings, I should say. Stepping up to the plate is Wyatt Holmes, the senior. He was hit by pitch in his first at-bat. On deck is Gabe Long. In the hole is Jackson Nantel. First pitch, high and outside. Ball 1. One-0 pitch on the way. That one looked good. It is going to be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think Wyatt thought it might have been a little low. Didn't get the benefit of that call. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Holmes. Next pitch on the way. That one a little bit wide. Maybe slightly high, but I think it was more wide than anything. 2 balls and a strike now to Wyatt. Umpire called time, stepped out again. That pitch is going to get the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sometimes he calls those strikes. Sometimes that's just a really fine line with him with that zone out there. That one is going to be a high foul ball. That is going to come down just out of the play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a high foul ball. That one wasn't sure if it was going to come down outside the fence or inside the fence. 2-2 count to Holmes. Everybody resets after that one. That one's going to miss wide. Yeah. Everybody thought that was the 4th ball 4, but it was not. That was ball 3. I was looking at my score on my tablet going, that isn't right unless I missed one somewhere. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Holmes. Oh. That pitch looked pretty close. It's called ball 4. Puts Wyatt on at first.
Nice pitch. All right.
Brings up Gabe Long. He hit a single out into center field, a ground ball. Going to get Doler out as a courtesy runner for Holmes. Long at the plate. Jackson Nantel on deck. Riley Abel in the hole for the Lumberjacks. First pitch to Long, going to be outside for ball 1. Doler takes a lead off of first. He's a senior. I mistakenly called him a freshman, I think, in the last game we were at. That is going to be a fly ball into center field. Got both of them running up on it, and nobody really calls the other one off. It was James Moore, the center fielder, and Riker Brennan, the shortstop. And I don't know if anybody called the other off or not, but that ball dropped harmlessly to the ground for a base hit. And again, that's one of those ones I'm not going to call a... I was always told that if it's not touched by anybody, it's not necessarily an error. So that was a high fly ball that dropped, and it was kind of a mental error, mental mistake by the fielders for not somebody definitely aggressively calling on that ball. So no outs, runners at first and second for St. Mary's. Jackson Nantel hit a single into right field earlier. This one is going to be pulled into left field. That is a deep ball. That'll be all the way to the fence. It's going to be a big one. It'll bring in at least 2 runs. No, they're going to hold up the 1 runner at second or at third, and it'll be a RBI double for Nantel. So runners at second and third for the Lumberjacks with no outs. 1 run across here in the bottom of the third makes the score 5-1 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Riley Abel walked his last at bats, and he is up at the plate now. On deck is Teft. That pitch is outside low, ball 1. Lynn's looking in, gets a signal. Pitch on the way. That's going to be line drive out to left field, or right field, and a nice catch by Jeremy Holbert for the first out. Going to call it a fly ball. Runners are held up at second and third, and Coach Johnson going out to talk to his pitcher and his infield, while Jackson Nantel does some push-ups over at third base. And we are going to see a pitching change, so we'll take a break while the new pitcher gets warmed up.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 1st Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, "Go Lumberjacks!"
Spring is here, and you can make your home beautiful this summer with help from 10th Street Lumber. Besides all the building materials you'll ever need, 10th Street Lumber has landscaping supplies. They have landscaping bricks, concrete bricks, paving bricks, as well as planting materials. So stop by today, whether you're building a deck, a patio, or planting flowers, 10th Street Lumber has it all. 10th Street Lumber at 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, right here in St. Mary's.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
And we are back. The pitcher coming in place of Cooper Linz is Riker Brennan, the freshman. He's an ERA of 10.5 with 1 win, 2 appearances. He has 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He's faced 14 batters. First batter that will face him is Cody Teft. Teft batting in that number 8 slot. Had a fly out in his first at bat over to shortstop. Takes the first pitch on that outside corner for strike 1. St. Mary's with 1 out. Runners at second and third. 1 run across here in the bottom of the third. Lumberjacks lead 5-1. Nice pitch there. Ground ball. Going to get just past the shortstop. 1 run comes across. Nantel is going to try to score, and he will do so. A single there for Teft. And some errors. He made it over here on the throw. Teft made it second on the throw, and they tried to get and get an error. Let's cancel that. Oh, what did I do? Teft. Error. There we go. So Teft made it all the way home after an error by the outfield. And that brings up Milo Marsh. He pops that ball up. It's going to drift out of play for a foul ball, strike 1. So 4 runs across here in the bottom of the third for St. Mary's now. They lead 8-1 with 1 out. Bottom of the order, Milo Marsh, 0-1 count to him. Looking at the roster, it looks to be a pretty young Timberlake squad. Next pitch, called strike on the outside corner, 0-2 count. There's 3 freshmen on the Timberlake squad, several of them starting. That pitch is going to miss, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Milo. Milo reached on an error in his first at bat. 1-2 count. Brennan looks in, gets his signals from Beardsall. Next pitch on the way. Milo's going to reach out and poke that one. It's going to be hit down the first base line. Little ground out to the Ethan Pecor, the first baseman, and that will be out number 2. Back to the top of the order for the Lumberjacks. Brock Anderson, who reached on an error in his last at bat, steps to the plate. On deck will be Trey Gibson. Brock steps in. First time seeing Brennan. Nice pitch, inside corner, strike 1. Umpire took a second to decide on that one, but I thought it was a pretty good looking pitch myself. 0-1 count to Anderson. Next pitch on the way. That was a nice pitch. Got a swing at it. Foul ball, strike 2. Looked like almost like a fastball. It came right down the middle, and Anderson was a little bit late deciding if he was going to swing at it. 0-2 count now to Brock. Pitch on the way. That looks like it's going to be a called strike 3, and it is. Going to get him looking. That's the second time Brock's been caught looking today. That'll retire the side. St. Mary's 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, none left on base. St. Mary's leads at 8-1 going into the top of the 4th over the Tigers, and it'll be number 4 batter Ethan Pecor at the plate for Timberlake when we return.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor. Looking for a hard-working, reputable, licensed, and insured construction company in Benoit County? Need a remodel, pole barn, or deck? Whatever your construction needs may be, Colton Construction LLC is waiting for your call. 208-315-7333. Colton Construction LLC, licensed, insured, and ready to give you your free estimate today. Give them a call, 208-315-7333. That's 208-315-7333. Colton Construction LLC. Ask about their military discount. And we are back. It'll be Ethan Pecor leading off for the Tigers. Had a single to left field in his first at bat. On deck is Riker Brennan. In the hole is Nate Beardsall. Holmes continues. 39 pitches total for him. That first pitch low and outside a little bit. Ball 1. One-0 count. Next pitch on the way. Outside and low on that one as well. 2 balls, no strikes to Pecor. Two-0 pitch on the way. Just high. That one was a nice looking pitch. Just left it a little bit up. 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0 pitch on the way. Just a little bit high again. And ball 4. It's only the second walk of the game for Holmes. He has 4 strikeouts. Brings up Riker Brennan. Hit a single his first at bat. That was the one that just kind of blooped right there at the third baseline. Shorter player. That one's a tough pitch to try to get down low enough. That one was high for ball 1. A couple of his last pitches missed high on the taller player, and Riker Brennan a bit shorter than him. 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Brennan.
Go right. Come on now.
1-1 count. Throw over to first, not in time. Making Nathan Pecor dive back down there to first base. Count remains 1 ball, 1 strike to Brennan. Holmes looks in, the pitch on the way. That's going to be a called strike. Nice looking pitch there, just on that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on the way. I think I'm going to try to get him to chase one. That one misses outside. 1 ball, or 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two count. Pitch on the way. That one's up high. I'm going to have the Pickoff attempt from home plate over to first, not in time. Full count to Riker Brennan. No outs, runner at first for the Tigers. Pitch on the way. Going to get him to swing at one, kind of low. But he's low and inside. Got him to swing at it, though. Strike 3. And he started to head down to first because he thought it was a drop third strike, but first base is occupied. So 1 out, runner at first for the Tigers. Brings up Nate Beardsall. He had a sacrifice bunt in his first at bat. He is 0 for at his plate appearances today. Once again, St. Mary's leads at 8-1, top of the 4th inning over the Tigers. That pitch is going to be in dirt and low, ball 1. I'm going to call it a wild pitch. It was in the dirt. Gabe Long did a good job of knocking it down, but couldn't quite find it fast enough as the runner took off. So Ethan Pecor advances over to second base. 1 ball, no strikes to Beardsall. And 1 out. Top of the 4th. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. .51 pitches now for Wyatt Holmes. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be a called strike. That one I thought could have been ball low, but umpire gives it to him. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Beardsall. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be fouled back as Beardsall just got a piece of that on the inside, really low down on that bat. 1-2 count still to Beardsall. On deck is Van Tassel. 1 out, runner at second for the Tigers. Holmes takes a look to second base. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost a throwaway pitch there, kind of, as he's ahead in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Beardsall. Two pitch on the way. Gets him to chase a low one for strike 3. 2 outs, runner at second. Van Tassel steps to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at bat. That is strikeout number 6 for Wyatt Holmes. First pitch to Van Tassel, a swing and a miss, strike 1. Van Tassel, the number 7 batter on the order, left fielder for the Tigers. He is a sophomore. Next pitch is going to be a called strike. 0-2 count to Van Tassel. That pitch on the way. That's going to be foul ball down the left field line. Just got over third base and drifted out of play by about 1.5 feet. Count remains 0-2 to Van Tassel. On deck is Holbert if he gets on base. 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. Nice inside pitch there. Got him to swing. Strike 3. And that'll retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base for Timberlake. Into the bottom of the 4th inning, St. Mary's leads 8-1. And it'll be Trey Gibson leading off when we return.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back. It'll be Trey Gibson leading off for the Lumberjacks. Walked in his last at bat, flew out in his first at bat. St. Mary's leads at 8-1 over the Tigers. Bottom of the fourth inning. Tigers' lone run coming on a home run in the first inning by James Moore. First pitch going to be fouled back by Gibson for strike one. It was not a bad pitch to swing at, as it looked like it was right across the plate, but I think it was a little bit of a changeup. That pitch fouled back. That's one of those ones that comes right at me sitting here behind home plate. Always makes me duck. 0-2 count to Gibson. Next pitch. Oh, got him to swing. Drop third, though. Can he beat out the throw? I think he will. Gibson's going to use that speed that got him a deal with the College of Idaho for football as a running back. And he beats out that drop third strike. Brings up Landon Holmes for the Lumberjacks. Ground out and a fly out for Landon. On deck, Wyatt Holmes. Brennan steps off, takes a quick look to second base. Chases Gibson back, now sets up. Pitch on the way, going to get a swing and a little bit of a foul tip there. Strike one. Gibson will have to head back to first. 0-1 count to Landon.
Pop early.
Gibson takes his lead on first. 0-1 count to Holmes. Nobody out. Runner on first for St. Mary's. Next pitch on the way. That was going to be high.
No pitch.
Okay, no pitch. I think they called a balk there. Going to call a balk on the pitcher. So Gibson gets second. No pitch. 0-1 is still the count. That pitch is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Landon Holmes. On deck, Wyatt Holmes. In the hole is Gabe Long. 1-1 count to Landon. Brennan takes a look to second. Now the pitch. That ball is popped up high. It is out of play. Foul ball, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Landon Holmes. The breeze picks up here in St. Mary's. Nice little breeze this afternoon. 1-2 count to Landon. He takes a look over to second as Brennan from the pitcher's mound. The pitch on the way. That one's high and outside. Ball 2. Wild pitch will get Gibson over to third base. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Landon Holmes. 2-2 pitch on the way. A little high on that one. Ball 3. Runs the count full. 3-2. Three-two pitch on the way. Got to ring him up on a called strike 3. Landon thought it was going to be a walk, and he did not get the call he was hoping for. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Landon was ready to chuck the bat back to the dugout and head down to first base. 1 out, runner on third for the Lumberjacks. That's Gibson over there at third base. Wyatt Holmes at the plate. Hit by pitch and a walk for him. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back, strike 1. Wyatt has been on base both at plate appearances, but you'd like to get a hit. 0-1 count to Wyatt. Next pitch on the way. Going to swing on now on it. It's going to be a high fly ball that is going to end up being caught by the first baseman in foul territory for an out. Brings up Gabe Long to the plate. Gabe is perfect today, 2 for 2, 2 singles, both into center field. First pitch on the way, going to swing and foul that one back for strike one. Jackson Nantel hustles out, grabs that foul ball here from his on-deck position as Jackson will be the next batter if Gabe gets on, but there is 2 outs with a runner at third. Trey Gibson hoping not get stranded out there. 0-1 count to Long. Pitch on the way. That one's up high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The sun settles itself behind that one big tree here at the City Park Fields that casts that shadow across the middle of the field. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul ball as that one gets back out of play. Count goes to 1-2. Ranker Brennan has 3 strikeouts. That one is going to be ball high. Wild pitch will advance Gibson across the plate, so he's not going to get stranded. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty now as Gibson comes across. 1 run for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 4th. Make the score 9-1. St. Mary's over Timberlake. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gabe Long. Brennan looks in, gets his signals. The pitch on the way. Inside on the hands there. Ball 3. Gabe had to duck out of the way of that one a little bit. 3-2 count now to Long. Pitch on the way. Going to get a piece of that one. Keeps his at-bat alive. Count remains full. 3-2. Next pitch on the way. That one is popped up on the infield. First baseman's going to come over, make the catch for the out. And that will retire the side. St. Mary's does come up with 1 run. One run on no hits and no errors. Nobody left on base into the top of the 5th. The Lumberjacks lead at 9-1. And we're in the bottom of the order for the Tigers. It'll be the right fielder, Jeremy Holbert, batting when we return.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
And we are back, top of the 5th inning. St. Mary's leads at 9-1 over the Tigers. Game 1 of the doubleheader today. Jeremy Holbert to the plate for the Tigers. He has a strikeout looking in his first at bat. Wyatt Holmes sitting at 59 pitches, 40 strikes, 19 walks. I think he's got 7 strikeouts in the matchup so far. First pitch on the way. Little chopping ground ball. Riley Abel with the scoop. The throw is in time to first. And the Lumberjacks will retire that first batter with a nice ground out. Abel to Nantel from third to first. Brings up Huston, who struck out swinging in his first at bat. Then it'll be back to the top of the order to Cooper Linz, who's on deck for the Tigers. Pitch on the way. High on that one. Ball 1. Oh, 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Huston. One pitch on the way. That one's down low. 2-1 count now to Huston.
Go 2 to the mound.
2-1 pitch. Line drive right back up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Huston. Put that one right over the head of Wyatt Holmes. It'll bring up the top of the order Cooper Linz. He had a line drive out to Cody Teft in right field and a walk in his first 2 at-bats. Pickoff attempt, throw to first, not in time. Linz waiting for the first pitch on the way. Nice looking pitch. It'll be a called strike 1. One out, runner on first for the Tigers. Top of the 5th inning, Lumberjacks lead 9-1. Cooper Linz at the plate, 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. That one's a little bit high. Looked like that same pitch as the last one, just a little bit high in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Linz. Holmes checks first base as Huston takes his lead. Pitch on the way. That one a little high as well. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now. Have to imagine this could possibly be Wyatt's last inning pitching, considering he's at 67 now. That pitch going to be low. Looked good at first, dropped off there at the end. 3 balls and a strike now to Linz. 3-1 pitch on the way. Called strike on that one. That one looked a little bit low, but gives the benefit of that one. 3-2 count to Cooper Linz. See if Holmes can work himself back into another strikeout. 3-2 pitch on the way inside. A little bit too much inside. That was a good-looking pitch, but it tailed way back in, and it'll be a walk for the Tigers. Runners at first and second with 1 out for the Tigers. Brings up the home run hitter, James Moore. Hit that home run in the first inning, flew out in his second at bat. 70 pitches now for Holmes. I think they get 110 in a game. That pitch just outside, maybe even a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Two 1-0 pitch. Going to get a swing and a miss at that one. Strike 1. Nice pitch to get Moore to swing at. 1 ball, 1 strike. Once again, top of the 5th. Runners at second and third for the Tigers. Lumberjacks lead at 9-1. Tigers have 1 out. Moore waiting for the next pitch. That one's going to be down low. 2 balls and a strike now to Moore. Next pitch, inside and low. That's going to get away from the... I'm going to call that a... I don't know if that's a pass ball or not, honestly. Runners now in scoring position for the Tigers. One at third, one at second. Huston at third, Cooper Linz at second. 3-1 count to Moore. Oh, that pitch just misses down low. I think Wyatt thought that was a strike. Had kind of that look on his face like, whoa. Bases loaded for the Tigers, and we're going to get the coach Lounsbury out to the mound for a moment. One out, runners are bases loaded for the Tigers. They got a little something going here in the top of the fifth inning. It'll be Grant Alloway to the plate for the Tigers. Hit a double his first at bat, struck out swinging his second at bat. Coach Lounsbury is headed back to the dugout. The infield still having a quick talk. I think they're discussing a little bit of defensive strategy here for one with the bases loaded. Obviously, if you get anything in play that's hit relatively short to like the pitcher or something, you want to go right to home with it to avoid a run coming in. First pitch to Alloway, going to be down low. 76 pitches, 4 homes, 1 ball, no strikes to Alloway. .1-0 pitch on the way. Misses outside, maybe a little bit low as well. 2 balls, no strikes. .2-0 count, pitch on the way. Oh, just low again. 3 balls, no strikes, and Wyatt having one of those innings that you don't want to have. 3-0 count to Alloway. Going to get a fastball, strike 1. 3-1 count to Alloway. That is a high fly ball, popped up on the shortstop. Making the catch for the out is Landon Holmes. That'll bring up 2 down. Nobody advanced off the bag, so that is a good one for the Lumberjacks. That brings up Ethan Pecor. Walked his last at bat, singled his first at bat. Single was a line drive out to left field. That one just low, ball 1. .1-0 count, pitch on the way. That one's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Pecor. On deck is Riker Brennan, the pitcher. .1-1 pitch on the way. That is a line drive that's going to get out to third base. It is going to be in play. And 2 runs will come across. Call that a single. Line drive. Had a couple of runs come across. Pecor gets over to second on the throw. Brings up Riker Brennan. 2 runs across for the Tigers. Top of the 5th. Score now 9-3 in favor of St. Mary's. First pitch to Brennan is going to be a called strike. He struck out swinging his last at bat. Singled his first at bat. That pitch is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brennan. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one's left low. 2-1 count to Brennan. On deck is Beardsall for the Tigers. Holmes kind of steps off, takes a look over to third, resets. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And getting that ball back out to Holmes. Two-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That will retire the sides. The Tigers come up with 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. Into the bottom of the 5th, St. Mary's leads it 9-3. And it'll be Jackson Nantel leading off when we return.
If you're looking for a great breakfast in a nice little restaurant, then stop by Nellie's Kitchen in St. Mary's. Nellie's Kitchen is located in the River City Mall and serves breakfast from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Try a nice big hot cinnamon roll, biscuits and gravy, or a fan favorite, the Slumgolian. Did someone say chicken fried steak? Nellie's is now offering a chicken fried steak breakfast special on Saturday and Sunday. Why not try the best breakfast in town at Nellie's Kitchen, located at the River Cities Mall in St. Mary's? Does your furry friend need a bath? Don't want to deal with the hassle and the mess from bathing your furry friend? Make an appointment with Barks & Bubbles Groom Shop today. Barks & Bubbles, located at 402 North 10th Street in St. Mary's, will have your furry friend looking and feeling like $1 million in no time. And guess what? No mess at home, no scratches, and no getting soaked from head to toe. Let Barks & Bubbles Groom Shop handle the work. Barks & Bubbles Groom Shop also offers pet boarding. Call for an appointment today at 208-245-5755. That's 208-245-5755. Barks & Bubbles Groom Shop in St. Mary's.
You know what?
And we are back. Continuing on the mound for the Tigers, Riker Brennan has 27 total pitches. At the plate for St. Mary's, Jackson Nantel, 2 for 2 tonight. On deck is Riley Abel. In the hole is Cody Teft. Lumberjacks, if they could plate 4 runs here in this inning, they would end the game in 5. First pitch to Jackson is going to be a hit out into left field. I didn't see where that went exactly, and then I seen when it hit where the fielder was coming over. And Jackson remains perfect. He gets a single out in the left field on that one. Brings up Riley Abel, a walk and a fly out for Riley. On deck is Cody Teft. In the hole is Milo Marsh. First pitch to Riley. That's right down the middle. Nice swing, and they're going to try to turn 2, and they are. Double play for the Tigers.
Nice job, Cooper. Nice job, y'all. Nice turn. Good chase.
So 2 outs just like that. Brings up Cody Teft. Cody a single and a fly out. First pitch a little high, ball 1. On deck, it's the bottom of the order for the Lumberjacks with Milo Marsh. Next pitch from Brennan down low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Bottom of 5. Okay.
2 balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Big swing there. Got a piece of it. Fouled it off for strike 1. 2-1 count to Teft. 2-1 pitch. I think he got a piece of that one as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Teft. Two pitch on the way. That one's going to... Oh, that was a nice-looking pitch, and it's going to be a called strike 3. That'll retire the sides. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Into the top of the 6th. St. Mary's leads 9-3. Middle of the order for the Tigers. It'll be Nate Beardsall leading off when we return.
Nobody misses? Dial up internet. The same goes for monthly checking account fees. P1FCU's Ascend checking is free. Plus, it has all sorts of free benefits, like remote deposit, credit score monitoring, and more. Meanwhile, some people are paying as much as $12 a month for their checking. Some things should just be free. Open your P1FCU Ascend checking today at p1fcu.org/free. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. The Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station.
And we are back. It is Milo Marsh taken to the mound as Wyatt Holmes goes to third base. Riley Abel goes out to left field. Trey Gibson into center field. Ashton Doler in right field. And we get a first pitch strike and then a ball 1 and ball 2 on the next 2 from Milo Marsh. 2-1 count to Beardsall. St. Mary's leads 9-3. A swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 count to Beardsall. 2-2 pitch on the way. Going to get him to swing on that one and foul it up and over the top here. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wyatt Holmes had, I think, 80 or 81 pitches. Had about 7 or 8 strikeouts. Not a bad 5 innings for him. That pitch is down low. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Beardsall. Full count pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled back. Count remains full. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Marsh looks in. The pitch on the way. Ground ball, chopper, shortstop. Going to scoop it up. That's Landon. Throw to first in time for the out. Just got that there in time. The 6-3 put out from Landon Holmes to Jackson Nantel. 1 down brings up Tanner Van Tassel. He has 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging for the Tigers. On deck, Jeremy Holbert, the right fielder. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 pitch on the way. Looking close to that same pitch. Left that one a little bit too high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couldn't get Van Tassel to chase that one. A 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That looked like that had some movement on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Van Tassel. 1-2 pitch on the way. Oh, and that's going to be hitting the thigh there, and that'll put Van Tassel on to first. Brings up Jeremy Holbert batting in number 8 slot. Strikeout looking at ground out in his first 2 at-bats. On deck, the bottom of the order, Carson Huston. Milo checks over to first base. Van Tassel takes his lead off. First pitch is going to be popped up, and that's going to be trouble. It is. That's right into the gap out there. And the runner from first to second, Van Tassel, rounded off a little bit too far, and I think, did they call him out or not? No, yeah. Hit single. They got a little conference with the ref and the coach, and they're still got a little conference going on. They first called him out. They are going to call him out at second. So the runner overran a little bit, thought he might have been able to get an extra base. He ended up a little bit further off for second than he thought he should have been. And they got the throw over to Brock Anderson, I believe, in time to get the out. So runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch to Carson Huston, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Next pitch, a little high on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Huston. Once again, 2 outs. Runner at first for the Tigers. St. Mary's leads at 9-3, top of the 6th. Next pitch. I think he called that a ball. Okay. First I thought he was calling it a strike. 2-1 is the count to Huston. Ground ball, shortstop, Landon Holmes. Throw to first in time for the out. That will retire the sides on the ground out. 6-3 put out from Holmes to Nantel. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Into the bottom of the 6th inning, St. Mary's still leads at 9-3. Milo Marsh will be leading off when we return.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you ready to turn your dream space into a reality? Look no further than Construction Solutions, your trusted partner in residential and commercial construction. From concept to completion, we've got you covered. At Construction Solutions, we specialize in site development with top-notch excavation services, ensuring a solid foundation for your project. Our experienced team is dedicated to delivering quality craftsmanship and exceeding your expectations. Opportunity awaits with Construction Solutions. Whether it's your dream home or a thriving business space, we're here to make it happen. Call us now at 208-582-3305 and let's build your future together. Construction Solutions, where excellence meets opportunity. Visit our website at constructionbylozano.com. That's constructionbylozano.com.
And we're back. The first pitch to Milo Marsh, a ground ball out to the first baseman, or the second baseman will be a ground out. From Huston to Pecor, so 1 down. Top of the order now for the Lumberjacks. Brock Anderson to the plate. We have number 24. I don't know if I got the jersey number wrong when I put in numbers or not, but we got number 24 at third base for the Tigers. High and outside, ball 1. High inside, ball 2. 2-0 count to Anderson. That pitch is a strike 1 called across the middle of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Anderson. Anderson, a strikeout looking, an error, and a strikeout looking. So he's reached once on an error, struck out looking twice. That pitch a little high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Anderson. Brennan has just 39 pitches thrown so far. 3-1 pitch on the way. That is a high fly ball into foul territory. And making the catch is the third baseman, Pecor, for the fly out. Two down for the Lumberjacks. Brings up Trey Gibson. Gibson reached on a drop third strike in his last at bat. He also has a fly out and a walk in his first 2 at bats. First pitch to Gibson. Outside corner, strike 1. Nice looking pitch. Gibson wanted to check, see where it was at. Now he knows where it's at. 0-1 count to Gibson. Next pitch. Ooh, that one was not the one he wanted to swing at. That one was up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung right underneath that one. Maybe thought that was going to drop down more on that end of that pitch. And again, same thing on that one, strike 3. Oh, I missed a strike on here somewhere. Strike 3. So I'll retire sides. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the Lumberjacks. Top of the 7th inning, St. Mary's leads at 9-3, and it's the top of the order for the Tigers. They'll have Cooper Lynn step into the plate when we return.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at Marzulli Fields, top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's needs 3 outs to finish this game up with a 9-3 win over the Tigers for the first game of the doubleheader. First pitch to Linz from Milo Marsh, low for ball 1. Linz had a line drive for an out in his first at bat, 2 walks after that. He's going to foul that pitch off, I believe. First strike 1 as that one ends up out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Linz.
Let it travel. Let's put it out.
Big breath by Milo. Swing and a miss on a nice looking inside pitch. Strike 2. Yeah, inside fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Linz. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball right back up the middle. Going to get Landon Holmes with the snag. The throw. Oh, and they just beats the throw. That was a close play at first. Holmes had to travel right to scoop that up on the run and then try to get the throw to first in time, and it was just right there. That was a bang-bang play. Really probably could have gone either way. James Moore, hit a home run his first at-bat, fly out in a walk in his next 2 at-bats. That is going to be a popped-up ball, foul territory. And Jackson Nantel comes over and grabs it out of the air right up against the fence of the dugout for Timberlake, and that will get that first out. Brings up Alloway, doubled his first at bat, struck out swinging his second, flew out in his third. First pitch just misses that outside corner for ball 1. Next pitch fouled up and over. One ball, 1 strike to Alloway. Runner at first, 1 out for the Tigers. St. Mary's leads at 9-3, top of the 7th. Next pitch on the way. Going to get the steals on. The throw is not going to get there in time. The runner's going to try to take off to third, and he will get there in time.
Scorebook, you got 2-1. Scorebook. 1-1. 2-1. Checking on you.
I think there was an error there on St. Mary's, and that throw out to first, a little bit wide. That pitch is going to be fouled off for strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 pitch on the way. That's a popped up ball on the infield. Brock Anderson makes the call and catches it from second base. And that leaves Cooper Lynn still sitting over at third base. Brings up Ethan Pecor. He's a single, a walk, and a single in his 3 at-bats. Lumberjacks 1 out away from finalizing this game. First pitch going to be a called strike 1. 0-1 pitch on the way, fouled back, strike 2. 0-2 count to Pecor. On deck is Brennan. Oh, 2 pitch on the way, swing. That's a line drive. That'll be a base hit and a run scored for the Tigers. That was into left field. Ethan Pecor lined one out there. Nice single there. Riley Abel gets in front of it. Gets the throw back in. 1 run comes across for the Tigers. 9-4, St. Mary's leads. Riker Brennan steps to the plate for the Tigers. Struck out swinging his last 2 at-bats. Had a single in his first at-bat. Runner at first for Timberlake. First pitch right out into center field, or actually shortstop, and that's going to be Landon Holmes coming up to make the catch on the fly out. That will retire the sides and end this first matchup between the two. St. Mary's, or let's see here, the Tigers had 4 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors by Timberlake, and they had 7 runners left on base. St. Mary's had 9 runs on 6 hits, 1 error by the Lumberjacks and 2 left on base. So if you look at everything except for the final score, fairly close all the way through. It's just St. Mary's had the 5-run advantage there at the end. So good first game for the Lumberjacks. This is the first of a doubleheader. So we're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio while we take a quick break and get ready for game number 2 here from Marzulli Fields at St. Mary's City Park.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!